Hey Cancer, welcome to your solar eclipse reading in Libra. We're going to be doing two spreads. The first spread that I'm going to do is going to be in regards to general, so anything related to career, also personal. And then the second spread will be in regards to love. So let's take a look here. Let's jump in, shall we? You have this King of Swords here, Four of Pentacles. You also have the Sun card here. And give me one moment. I'm actually going to kind of darken this a bit so that way you can see it. All right. All right, what's going on with you, Cancer? Interesting. How's everybody? I feel like there's been something in your life that you've been, like, emotionally, something has been missing in your life here. And I feel like this is pointing out a lot of personal things. I am picking up on a little bit of career, but I think you're going to go through more so like a more personal change here, Cancer, because this solar eclipse will be happening in your fourth house in regards to home, your family, also like your inner world and sort of like your personal affairs and stuff like that. So to me, it feels like there's almost been something missing. You have this void off course moon card, right? And it says missing. And we all know that the moon deals with our emotions. It deals with our security, our comfort. And it can also point to the home as well, our place of dwelling. So I am picking up like you've been experiencing some sort of disconnect emotionally, like something has almost been feeling like it's been missing here. And I think a lot of it is in regards to like a sense of happiness. I'm keeping it real with you, Cancer. I feel like there's been like this lack of happiness or this consistent nourishing inner joy here, because you have the Sun card and you also have the Four of Wands here. So I think the biggest change that is going to be going on with you during the solar eclipse is like your personal life, your inner world, your inner happiness. A lot of you are just focused on your career at this time with the Four of Pentacles. And I don't even really sense that career and money isn't necessarily that bad, right? I'm not saying that it's, great or bad. I think right now it's like it's providing for you. But it really seems to me like something's missing emotionally. But there is a huge change here with the Wheel of Fortune. Right, Wheel of Fortune is in the future position with the King of Wands. I think there's a big change on the horizon here for you, from what I'm seeing. I feel like the tides are about to turn. If you've been feeling like you haven't really been feeling connected to your power because of you're trying to really find that sense of security first, I get that this is the dynamic flipping here, because the King of Wands is in your outcome. So I think it's going to be putting you, the solar eclipse is going to be changing a lot when it comes to your foundation, when it comes to the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about your life, the way you feel about your home and your family and all that type of stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of changes in regards to that. Your advice here with the Four of Wands is to do what makes you happy. But I'm also picking up on like these sort of negative attachments you may be having at this time to certain things here. I think it's interesting. The Devil card we know is toxic, right? But it also it points to the things that make us feel pessimistic, the things that are restricting us, right? That don't give us the sense of freedom. We almost feel like attached to them and bound to them, but not in a good way, in a bad way. So there's a lot of negative attachments that you're letting go of here. And it is interesting too, because the Devil card does also point to the archetype of Capricorn, and Capricorn does point to foundation, right? And the fourth house is also foundation, how well you're personally integrated into your foundation, which is why the fourth house points to home. And also like your inner world too, like how rooted you are, how grounded you are. So a lot of you, it's like you're rebuilding a sense of like your foundation. And it's also too, I'm also picking up like a lot of toxicity that has possibly been going on in regards to like your personal world, like whether it's things like in your home, in your family, or like possibly things that you could be addicted to in a very negative way. And I think there's going to be a huge like slate, like cleansing the slate here. You do have this be, feel, receive abundance. It says all that you desire is achievable. And a lot of you have been feeling like is the things that you have, what the fuck, who the hell's calling me? Sorry. The thing, it's almost like you've been feeling like a sense of lack here, like not emotionally fulfilled. And so I do think there is more abundance on the horizon. The Wheel of Fortune is the archetype of Jupiter, and that's going to be throughout the future. And you have to remember that eclipses take about 6 months until like you can really reflect and look back and be like, oh shit, like a lot has changed, right? So if there's anything that you're wanting, I think it's time for you to focus on those things, because you do have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a person who's very focused, very determined. He uses the power of his mind to get things done. He has discipline, he has the willpower, and he also has the courage here. So a lot of you, this is about you really straightening out your priorities when it comes to the things that make you happy, your home, your family, all of that stuff. So let's actually clarify this now. And actually, I'm going to pull one more Oracle card. You have this mirrored souls here. It's interesting. This card has quite a dynamic way about itself, because for some of you, this is about like your relationship with yourself and also the relationship that you're having with another person here, right? Like emotionally, you may not be feeling fulfilled in your relationships, and I think it's time for you to change those things or change that dynamic in regards to your relationship. And we're going to talk more about your relationships when we do the second spread. And if you're watching the playback of this, I'll have it kind of time stamped in there so you can look. But this is also too, it's like you're seeing a lot of these things out in the world. I'm picking up that like you're seeing other people's successes and you're wondering like, will this be able to happen for me? Like, can I be that successful? And I think at one point you may have envied people, right? And people, I know there's going to be a lot of people that's like, no, I'm not envious, but it's like, we're human. We have this natural, we all feel envy. But it's like, I think it's reflecting to you here with the mirrored part of this card. It's reflecting to you like what you want. And so there's a lot of like things that you're seeing that's showcasing a reflection of what you feel may be missing in your life. And so you may be saying, oh, I don't know if I can have that, but you can though. All right, we're going to be clarifying here, and I'm going to be using the Libra Moon Halloween Tarot. Usually I clarify with the same deck, but I want to switch things up. And so if you're curious about this deck, I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can check it out. One of my good friends sent this to me. So let's get into this. Let's clarify this. It's a pretty cool spooky season deck. All right. My Scorpio moon loves it. All right, clarify this King of Swords. You have the Seven of Pentacles here. And I'm gonna pull this down. Yeah, I think this is about you looking at what's worth investing in, right? Seven of Pentacles, usually on the tarot card, it's like a person who's like looking at all his pentacles, right? And so he's like wondering like, how can I develop this better? And I think you're in a process here of creating a better life for yourself. Clarify this Four of Pentacles here for Cancers. You have the Page of Cups here for your current energy. Very interesting. Clarify the Sun card. The Sun. So you have the Sun card clarifying the Sun card. So. But this Page of Cups here, I think a lot of you guys are finding actual fulfillment and inspiration more in your work than at like home and stuff, or like, you know what I mean? It's like it's almost as if you may be ignoring some of the personal things in your life with work or working or focusing on material things. And so I think that's where you could be finding your fulfillment at this time. But again, it's like there's something missing, and I think this this solar eclipse is going to change that. All right, let's clarify this Wheel of Fortune here. You have the Ace of Wands. So there is a brand new start here. And it's interesting. I feel like the changes that will start to shift over the next 6 months, it's like they're going to be like, it's going to motivate you. Like something about like, it's like an increase of energy, of determination. And there is a new beginning. What is this new beginning here? The Judgment. Anything that you have been putting off. Look at this Judgment card. Isn't that so cool? Anything that you have been putting off, right? It's like it's time for you to begin, because there is something that is lining up for you divine timing wise with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Judgment's all about when the time is right, it's about acting. Also, the Judgment does it with Pluto. Pluto will be coming direct during this during the month of October. I think it's October 10th. And so I think a lot of you, if there's been something that you've been rethinking and sort of been redoing here, it's like the time's going to come to when it's a perfect time for you to begin. I see a lot of you here could be like writers, or you could be like a creative of some sort, or you're just a creative person here in general. And I'm hearing like writing your story. That's what I'm hearing with this Cancer. It's like you writing or beginning to rewrite your story, to rewrite the narrative in your life. So it's like a clean slate with the Judgment. Clarify this Devil card here. You have the Four of Wands here. A lot of tempting energy, I feel. The temptation. Definitely a temptation here. Some of you, it's like instant gratification is something that it's almost like you've been addicted to. And if it's not instantly gratifying, then it's almost as if, you lack patience, which is why the Seven of Pentacles is here. So I think you're letting go of instant gratification. And you have the Ace of Pentacles on the Four of Wands for your advice. The Ace of Pentacles, again, I'm telling you, there's a new beginning. It's whether or not you actually take the initiative here and you start to create that. I always look at the Ace of Pentacles as like you literally writing a new story or beginning something new, and you're like writing it out, or you're thinking about it, or you're visualizing it of how you want it to be, something that you want to bring into this reality here. And so your advice is to do what makes you actually happy with the Four of Wands. Do what is self-empowering for yourself. And some of you, it's like, well, I don't know if it'll pay off, but it's like, if you're doing something you love, and from my experience, if you're doing something you love and you're truly devoted to it, and you want to be the best at it, and you want to master it, and you want it to be who you are, the universe tends to take care of you. I'm not saying that you won't struggle, but it's worth the struggle. Yeah, look at this. You have the Empress here. So, and this is the King of Wands with the Empress and the outcome. So for you business people out there, and you also have the Ten of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. For you business people out there, any type of creative endeavor that you're feeling like you want to begin, right? Let's just say you feel like you're stuck. 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 You're at a dead road when it comes to like your career and stuff. Or just like what you're doing, you want to change things up, whatever it is, or start something new, or recreate yourself. You tell me. But I do see, if you decide to begin and you let go of fear and you allow yourself to step into transformation and you literally change the narrative of your life. And that's what I'm seeing here, is like you changing the narrative of like your life. Like you're narrating your own story instead of having somebody write it for you or narrate it for you, right? And so if you're wanting to do something like a creative endeavor with that Empress, I do feel like it will pay off. The Empress is when the seeds that you planted, the Ace of Pentacles, they they grow. There's fruit. And the foundation too is the roots, right? And so how healthy is your roots, right? When you're building a foundation, it's like you don't want to skip corners. You want to build a firm, solid foundation. This is a brand new beginning and a brand new start for you to do that. Woo, some of y'all gonna have a major glow up in the next 6 months. I'm talking major. Look at that. The Empress and the King of Wands. You're going to be like unrecognizable, Cancer. I think you're going to be unrecognizable. Damn. Major glow up in the outcome. The Wheel of Fortune. So the shift is coming. You'll be transitioning into a newer change, especially with the Judgment. It ain't just a little change, it's a big change, a big process of transformation. Some of you maybe even be dressing different. Your looks may change. I just think your whole lifestyle will change. It's like if you've been feeling like there has been disarray or there's been disorder, it's like everything will be brought back into its proper place and order. And you will actually feel like you have control over your world rather than you feel like the world having control over you. So, all right, we're going to go to the second spread. We're going to do the love spread. Love and relationships, baby. Let's see. I had to. It's a Libra solar eclipse. I fucking had to. Libra deals with relationships. And it's interesting, I'm using the Libra Moon Tarot. Y'all be sure to check my girl Wendy out. Let's see. All right, let's do second spread here, love spread. All right. All right. Let's take a look at your love and relationships. What's going on? What is this eclipse doing in that area? All right, let's see. All right. Interesting. The overall energy here is the Five of Cups. I think a lot of you have been experiencing a lot of disappointments when it comes to your relationships and love too. It's interesting. I still feel like a lot of you are working through like past things, right? So like with relationships, with love, it's like I think you're open to it. Page of Pentacles here. If you're already in a relationship, I see you working on your relationship, still invested into it. And you could be even like working through like some sort of trust problems or just some sort of problem in general. Others of you singles out there, I think you're open to love. You may even be even talking to somebody right now if you're not like in a relationship here. I do see though this like you're letting go of something, like your overall energy is like you're trying to let go of something. And I do think it's definitely related to the past. And a lot of you are trying to learn how to trust again. And with the Empress being here in the future, I like this. I think there's going to be a lot of people that start to become attracted to you during this eclipse season. Like I think in over 6 months, like I think you're going to be finding that you're attracting a lot more better relationships to yourself. Here, Cancer, I want to keep calling y'all Libra for some reason. If you're already dealing with a relationship here, yeah, it looks good. If there's anything that you're working through or moving through, I think you'll be able to work through it. And not only work through it, I think you'll be able to transmute it into something that's more healthier and that is more supportive. Very interesting. Let's see. Let's keep it going. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Swords here. Interesting. And it's so interesting. A lot of you, when it comes to your relationships, I feel like it's like communication, right? Either you deal with people that don't know how to communicate, or they're very immature the way they communicate, or they're just not good at communicating in general. And if you're already in a partnership, it's like the one thing that needs to happen here is you need to talk through your issues. You need to talk through things in the past, and you need to be able to understand one another. That's what I'm seeing as the advice. Hey, I ain't no damn counselor. I'm just telling you what to do, okay? So I'm just telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, all right? Maybe I am trying to tell you what to do. You have the Sun card here and the outcome. Honestly, I think your relationships and love is going to look a lot better. If you're single, I see some of you actually meeting a Libra or a Taurus or a Leo here. It could really be any sign, but I do see here with the Sun card, this is going to be, it looks enjoyable. I think you're going to be happy here. I think there is definitely a turnaround, especially if you've been experiencing disappointments here. And these disappointments are like just things that you've been just trying to like let go of. And it really seems to me it's like the memories of things, the past things here. Ace of Pentacles is in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Yeah, it's like let go of the past, right? I mean, I think it's easier said than done, right? Oh, let go of the past. Okay, Austin. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. But I think the more you can work through letting go of the past and allow yourself to look at the present moment and also what the future could be, by creating better relationships or creating a better relationship. Because it's interesting. It's like the opportunities are out there. And if you're single, they're definitely coming towards you. If you're already in a relationship, one thing to focus on is like, what are you two planning on working on together for the future, Ace of Pentacles? Right. You have this Mercury retrograde reinvention. Oh shit. I see what's going on. Yeah, it's communication issues. Also, people from your past as well, or maybe thinking about a past relationship if you're single. And I think you just need to ask yourself if there's poor communication, or if it's just failed over and over and over, and you two haven't been able to click and get on the same page. I think the universe is wanting you to start something newer. I think right now it's like you're reflecting a lot. And you may not be ready, but I think you are ready also at the same time if you're single. If you're dealing with a person or in a relationship here, there's some type of issues still that you're working through and wanting to figure out and be able to articulate for yourself, right? Like being able to actually understand it. But, I mean, this looks good to me. It looks good to me. If you're single, you should just open up to new things. I think the past, I mean, this is what the South Node, so it is letting go of the past, you know, and Libra does it over relationships, so it's like, you know, letting go of past relationships. You have balance here. I think the key too as well is like balance when it comes to relationships, right? So like, let's just say you're single. Well, it's about working on yourself. And also like being open and proactive and finding somebody, but not forgetting to focus on yourself and have boundaries and all that type of stuff, and to continue to make yourself better and your life better. If you're in a relationship, or if you're dealing with a person here, I think this is about balance, right? I think sometimes when we get in a relationship, it's like, well, we merge together, right? And so sometimes like our individual pursuits, right, kind of get mixed up. We tend to be too codependent on our partner, or we tend to like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think you need to have your outlet and let your person have their outlet. That doesn't mean that you're not, you know, that doesn't mean anything, right? It's like you have your thing, they have their thing. You have this time to do it differently. Go beyond what you have done before. That's what I'm kind of picking up as well. It's like, do it different. Page of Swords is revolutionize, right? Try a different approach. Figure out a newer approach. Let's clarify this reading. Clarify the Five of Cups for Cancer. You have the Hierophant. Woo! God damn. You have the Hierophant here with the Five of Cups. If you're in a relationship, in a partnership, or in some form of commitment, right? I think there's just been disappointments. I feel like, honestly, you two haven't been on the same page. And it's like you're trying to work together and find the common thread and the common line here, but there's like been disappointments, and so it's like figuring out like a new way to like work through the issue and also like stay committed and dedicated to the relationship. Now, if you're single, I think relationships in general have been disappointing because a lot of you, there's like the people that you're meeting, you guys don't even have the same values, right? You don't even have the same values. Let's say you're spiritual and the other person's not, right? Or let's say you want kids, the other person doesn't want kids. You know, so it's like finding people that share the same beliefs and values as you, I think has been something that has been difficult with that Hierophant and the Five of Cups here. Some of you could have recently just got out of a breakup and maybe you're reflecting on an ex. Clarify this Page of Pentacles. You have the Two of Cups. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold up. Some of y'all are definitely dealing with a new person. If you're single, or it's maybe the same person, but if you're in a relationship, obviously this is just you two meeting each other's needs and trying to provide for one another, right? So, but the singles out there, I feel like there's somebody in your energy, or there's somebody about to be in your damn energy. Okay, I feel like they kind of knew her in nature. You may already know them, or you could be meeting them. But I think it's important though, like to let go of like the past way of doing relationships, right? I was watching something. I can't remember who I was watching, but I can't even remember like fully what she said, but she said something along the lines of, somebody asked like, what should you focus on when you start dating, or when you start dating a person, when you get into a relationship? She said, you should focus on how you're going to screw this up and fix those things, or something like that. You should, like she said, like you should think about how you may self-sabotage it, right? People are gonna be like, no, you should only like focus on the positive, blah, blah, blah. That's true, but like, come on, you gotta be realistic as well. Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups for the challenge position. I think, again, it's the values, right? I think it's meeting each other's needs, right? Finding relationships that are interested, right? Like if you're single, finding people that, you know, that actually reciprocate. I think you do have a new person coming in your energy, or they could already be there now. I think this is about reciprocating and understanding each other's needs and figuring that out and communicating. Because I feel like if you communicate, and or at least try to understand like what the person values and like what they like and what they don't like and stuff like that, I think it'll deepen the relationship. If you're already in a relationship here, I think you two are trying to figure out, okay, like how can we work together? How can we, you know, meet each other's needs? I do see here that, you know, both people are still committed. Page of Swords, Four of Wands as your advice here. I think it's about having fun. I think sometimes we take relationships too serious sometimes, right? Like we try to throw on labels. We try to like make it so serious. Like, what about having fun? Did you forget about having fun? Right? If you're already in a relationship, are you still courting the person? Are you still dating the person, or has that stopped? Because once that stops, and if it doesn't get picked back up, the courting, the romance, the dating, it's only a matter of time for that relationship's done. Right? But others of you, if you're single, I think this is about enjoying, like having fun, like focusing on like having fun in a relationship, having a good time, rather than, is this person going to screw me over? When is this going to be committed? It's like, relax. The Empress, Ace of Pentacles is in the future position here. Woo, god damn. Some of you may meet somebody at a Halloween party or something like that. Or you may go to a Halloween party with your new boo thing, or whatever the case might be. But the Empress, Ace of Pentacles here, woo. I feel like there's something that has a lot of potential. If you're single, I feel like you're really going to enjoy this new relationship. Also, there could be plans on like you two like moving in with one another, or something, maybe a trip you two plan or something like that. If you're already in a relationship or you're dealing with a person here. I honestly just see the quality of the relationship getting better. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles, that Ten of Swords here. Something that you're unaware of. If you're single, this is saying be open to new relationships. Stop going back to the past. What's dead is done. Right? Ten of Swords. Look at this damn skeleton. This motherfucker done died alone. He just sat there for too long. Let all the opportunities, Ace of Pentacles, pass by. He just sat there. It was just like, you know what, fuck it. If love happens. But I'm not gonna do nothing. And look, he just done sat there and rotted away. Shit. Cobwebs and everything. If you're dealing with a person, this is getting out of complacency. Right? Doing something newer. Clarify the Sun card in the outcome. The Five of Cups. Boom. Remember that the Five of Cups was the overall energy, right? Up here. So this is you finally seeing the positive, finally being able to feel more positive, more optimistic, more joyful, more happy in a new relationship that you're going to be getting into, or in your current one, or the current person that you're dealing with. I don't think this is an ex. I think if you're working with an ex and it just really hasn't worked out for a very long period of time, honestly, I think it's something karmic, and I would cut the cord to that and move on. But hey, you can do whatever you want. So yeah, that's what I got for you, Cancer. I'm gonna leave your reading right here. I appreciate y'all for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button bell. Also, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. Any specific question that you have, I'll answer it. I use pretty much the same spread, but it's tailored toward your question. So if you want to book one, be sure to do so. They're on my website, and they are on sale. They're still on sale. And yeah, all the details are there. Some people email me and they want the details. I'm like, the details are literally right there. It tells you everything, literally right there. Like, you can't even click the link and go to the ask a question without reading what the reading entails. But I don't know, I don't get it. Like, people ask me the same question, right? They ask me like, well, what is the reading? I'm like, it's literally right there when you click the reading. Like, like, read. But I know some people are like, they want to like figure out. Anyways, I ain't gonna go into that shit. But anyways, I just had to say that because that's just been bugging me. But nonetheless, I'm gonna do Leo's video next. So if you have a Leo placement, or you know a Leo, or if you want to cross watch on the love part, then, or cross watch in general, then yeah, I'll see you in the Leo reading.